Welcome back. Thousands of passengers stranded as Southwest Airlines struggles with cancellations, delays. The airline blamed bad weather and traffic control issues, but no other airline had those issues. The pilots union accusing the company of botching up the response, and Southwest Airlines is denying reports of a sick out tied to the vaccine mandates. Joining me right now is former Frontier Airlines CEO and Manifest founder and CEO Jeff Potter. Jeff, great to have you today. Thanks very much. It's quite mysterious that Southwest Airlines is blaming traffic control and bad weather when no other airline is reporting such issues.
Very, very interesting, Maria. I think, these days, there's a lot of activity in terms of flights. So at the same time, we're hearing about Southwest and their response to what occurred over the weekend. You have this increase in private aviation. And for an air traffic controller, a small aircraft and a large aircraft take up the same spot or the same space on their radar. But with that said, there wasn't a whole lot of reaction from the other carriers in terms of their weekend activity. So it's been interesting, certainly because Southwest is typically the bar by which others are measured.
Yeah, I mean, look, the pilots are being told, get the vaccine or you're fired. They have a sick out because many of them don't want to get the vaccine for their own reasons. It could be that maybe some of them have already had COVID. And we know that the immunity from COVID, the infection, is 26 times better than the immunity from the vaccine. All of this is adding on to a situation where the demand for private planes has been surging past the pre-pandemic levels, causing cancellations and delays. Tell me about that, this new normal for the private aviation industry, and how you see things changing in the future.
Sure. I think, to your point, private aviation over the last 4 months, they're now exceeding pre-COVID, 2019 levels in terms of activity. And what happens is, much like commercial aviation, it's very similar to going up a circular staircase and you don't know what's around the corner. You have to take that first step. And that occurred, early on in the pandemic, where carriers and private aviation companies had to make certain decisions. Now, the good news is traffic is rebounding, I think, a lot quicker than others anticipated. And a lot of that has trickled over into private aviation. They certainly see the busy crowds at airports. They want smaller aircraft. They want, it may be perceived, but they want that perception of safer travel. And now what's happened is it really carried over from commercial aviation to private aviation, and the demand is exceeding the capacity that they have out there.
So where is this going for the commercial airlines? I mean, let's think about what's going on here. You've got, number one, the vaccine mandates. That's forcing some pilots to say, I'm out of here. I'm not going to, accept this, that I have to face a mandate. They're on a sick off. Number two, you've got private air jet travel surging. So that's taking market share away. Let's add that third layer of pressure, and that is the skyrocketing price of fuel. So we've got a situation where oil prices are the highest they've been in some time. What's the impact on an airline, on its potential profitability? And going forward, are we going to see more consolidation? And is that even, legal to see airlines get together the way we saw, decades ago in terms of deal making within the airspace? How are they going to deal with all of this pressure?
Well, I think, first of all, you brought up all the key points that the industry is facing, aviation in general. And, I think, I certainly think we're in a challenge for Thanksgiving and, Christmas, New Year's holiday. It's always challenging for the airlines and the consumer, and I think it's going to be even more so. With that said, as a former CEO, we focused a lot, as they do today, on cost containment, optimizing revenue, but there's always that uncontrollable cost out there, which is oil. And so I think what you're going to see, and we're already seeing it as a consumer, is you're starting to see prices increase. And so that's going to continue on. Whether or not the airlines can compensate on the pricing side to cover the cost of additional fuel remains to be seen. But $80 a barrel is pretty challenging.
Yeah, for sure. Jeff, it's great to get your insights this morning. Thanks so much.